Hi, it's David at Art of David Smith again. So this week I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Now, what I've got here with the first circle is 5 centimeters, 4 centimeter circle, and then I'm kind of playing with these around 2.5, but it's just really locators. We're not going to stick with the circles, we're going to put ovals within them, but it's really to keep. So obviously we're drawing Super Mario, so I'm going to keep Mario's head into this top circle and his hat area, and then obviously the stomach and part of the shoes and hands and stuff are going to fit within these areas. So I'm just using it as a rough guide at the moment. So within the top circle, I'm going to start forming the face. Now obviously he's a little bit more oval than he is circle, so just kind of rough this in, but what I'm using it more for is a guide so I don't come out of this space, really. It's the easiest way of explaining it for you, if you like. So within this, I suppose this quadrant, this is kind of where all the head, the hat and everything else needs to go. Now, what I intended to do with a few of these videos is one of my past careers was as a computer games artist, and as a computer games artist, obviously you've generally got into it from a love of console games and things like that, and me being the age that I am, I kind of cut my teeth playing Mario and Sonic the Hedgehog and things like that, and we've got the new Sonic the Hedgehog film coming out in a couple of weeks, so I just thought I'd maybe try knocking up a few of the old characters that I used to enjoy playing. So what you can see here is, just like with all the other videos, I'm kind of roughing in some of the shapes. This will determine whether I've got the scaling correct and stuff, and again I'm drawing it darker than I normally would, and darker than I would advise you guys to do at home, simply so you see it easier on the actual video. Now, Mario was one of the big games I loved to play as a kid, and I'll still play Mario Karts with my own children and stuff, so still enjoy that. But some of the other characters that I intend to do will be obviously from some of the other games that I really enjoyed, so Street Fighter and stuff, but not the obvious guys. For me, I always liked the artwork of characters like E. Honda and things like that. They were the ones which appealed to me. The name escapes me, but the big Russian dude as well. I just thought the artwork was fantastic on those, and certainly inspired me, and really things like that is what made me go into the computer games myself. While I was working on those games, I was lucky enough to work with another hero of mine is the obviously the Disney Studios. I was able to work with those guys on one of the titles, and I worked with the Simpsons on another title, so a few really cool claims to fame there for me. So we're just roughing this out. So the majority of it's going to sit within this top circle. So this one will set at 5 centimetres for anybody who wants to try and roughly do the same. But if you're watching this video and you've got any requests that you'd like me to draw some of the other characters, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll try and get around to a few of them. Thank you again for your comments on the ones which I've already, on the Mandalorian video that I did last week. And again, I'll just reiterate, the reason I didn't do the full drawing of the Mandalorian was it just simply would have made the whole video far too long. I'm trying to keep the videos at a reasonable length, and something like that is going to really push it over the edge. So that was why I didn't go into doing the full body drawing. And as well as a first foray into figure drawing, could have proven and quite off-putting to some of the followers that I have. Now, I can see already from this we're going to have to move this bottom section up and reduce the size, but because we've got the guide, it's quite simple to make those adjustments. So we're going to bump his stomach up something like this in scale 2, the head area. So again, just rough it in, and then if it looks about right, go with it from there. You can always alter it, you can always erase it, and worst case, if you draw a section, say you're happy with the head but you're not quite happy with the body, trace the head off, draw a new body in. That's how commercial artists do it all the time. They don't draw a brand new drawing every single time. They'll take elements from maybe even several drawings what they like and combine those elements together. So somebody like Mario I thought was a good start, because really with these older games they're all made up from very simple shapes really, because obviously when you're talking 8-bit, 16-bit days, they had to be quite basic drawings in order for you to be able to get that kind of detail onto your console. So they're a good starting point. Let's get this arm in here now. Again, when you're watching the videos, at the bottom of the text which explains what the video is about, there are links to my Twitter page, Facebook and my website. So if you've seen any of the drawings, and I do obviously pet commissions and things like that, as well as book illustration, if you see something that you like and you want to send me a private message, or you're thinking of commissioning a piece, just get in contact with me via the website. It's all the details and the links are on there, so please follow along. And on there you'll see a bunch of examples of the other stuff that I work on as well. So I've just finished my busy period with Christmas, where I do a lot of pet commissions, so you'll be able to see a few examples of those, what I've got on there. I need to drop a few of the new ones on what I've been working on as well this past Christmas, so I need to update a few of those. So getting onto that one shortly as well. So going in with this final hand up here. Again, before putting all the detail in, I'll just rough circle in there, take a step back, see if it's about the right size before I commit to any serious detail. Well, I'm not using my piece of paper that I would normally use if I was, like when I was drawing the Mandalorian or Yoda, because I intend to ink all this in anyway, so if I slightly smudge the pencil, it's less of an issue because I'm going to go over it all with ink. But as you can see, very quickly, using the simple shapes as our beginning blueprint, I suppose, we can quickly throw in the old school Mario, and what I can then do is start throwing in, and again, like we've done with the Halloween and the Christmas picture, by playing with the weight of these lines. So around the edge we really thicken them up, and if necessary we can go to a really fat marker to do those type of things, those type of lines. When we want to be a little bit more accurate, the Sharpie or a good set of felt tips, something we can get a nice crisp line, we can fire all those details in. Well, as I mentioned earlier, the idea from doing this really comes about from the Sonic the Hedgehog film, which will be coming out in a couple of weeks from now, from this video going out. So, as Sonic was one of my favourite games as well, I will do a video on Sonic slightly closer to the release date of the film. I thought it would take the opportunity to knock out a few of the other characters that I am particularly fond of. So, as you can see, from that initial series of circles that we played with, although we had to slightly alter where the stomach went, it certainly gave us the basic blueprint from which to work. So with the 5cm circle, we were able to work predominantly within that to start the ball rolling, put in the key details, the nose, the ear and things like that, the hat, And once we started to put those areas in, we were then able to alter this one down here, to alter where the stomach's at in relation to the rest of the body. But again, with a very few and quite simple lines, we start building up our Mario character. What I'll do is I'll finish this off camera, ink the rest in, and probably put a bit of colour on via the computer. But thanks for tuning in again. Thanks for your comments. If you get a chance to subscribe, please do so. I really appreciate it. And a lot of the people who said about you should have more subscribers and stuff, obviously the game is to get more and more subscribers, so if you can throw it out there to your own friends, maybe pick up a few subscribes for me, I would really appreciate it. But thanks, and I will catch you on the next video. Cheers, bye bye.